Good morning. Welcome to morning practice with Olivia. Um, Having some sound issues. I noticed yesterday that the music was not working with the video, and today it's revealed that there's a slight change in the settings. So I'm hoping it'll work today, but if it doesn't, apologies, and I'll look into that. So it's Wednesday. It's the 20th of March. The exact time of the vernal equinox yesterday was about 8 p.m. roughly, in here in California, Pacific Standard Time. So we were still very much in that turning threshold energy, coming into the new seasonal cycle, the renewal, the regeneration, the beginning of the yearly cycle, in zodiac. That sort of this is the creation point, 0 degrees of Aries, and really feeling, with the expansion of the light and the increase in energy that we're feeling, just riding the energetic wave of this moment, and finding, as we go into these kind of more transformative and more externally transformative energies that we're going to be seeing between now and into April and May, using this upsurge, this uplift, to meet what we need to meet in our heart, and to find the inner love and the inner knowing, the inner strength to have the courage to be ourselves, and have the courage to follow what is in our hearts, as opposed to what we think we're supposed to be or think we're supposed to do, but actually, what does our heart want? What does our heart want us to be? What does our heart want us to commit to? This is an important point of transformation. If we simply continue to live and measure ourselves by external factors, then that is the life that you create and choose. But if you are wanting to step into your personal power and step into your inner knowing, following the heart, listening to the internal space, and cultivating a relationship with the self of love, is really the foundation upon which we step into this point of the year. And having the courage to look at, honestly, our wounding, and having the courage, honestly, to let go of the person that we no longer are. I think it is part of the human journey to go through different cycles as a being. And one day you wake up and we are no longer the person we were for the last however many years. And you kind of have to support yourself through that process of recognition. There's a recognition, and it's time to change, and you know exactly what the change is and what the change is needed. And sometimes we sort of wait for a sign, or we wait for assistance, or hope that something else is going to come along and help us do it. And the universe wants to support us. We have guides. We have things that are always conspiring around us to help us realize our spiritual elevation, our spiritual path. But part of it is really just having the courage to do it ourselves, it's sort of that I am the custodian of this. I am the person responsible for this vehicle, this path, this heart. So it's up to me to hold to the changes when they come, and not fall into pattern, and not fall into victimhood, and not fall into perhaps choices that do not support the person that we are now anymore. Just noticed something on the floor. Easily distractible. That's me. But just to reiterate, this is such a great moment in the energy of this vernal equinox transformation, stepping into personal and collective healings. It's still working with deeply transformational energies towards the liberation of all people, towards the happiness of all people, but towards the ending of suffering. And so, how do we begin to do that? As we begin to love ourselves deeply and foster that relationship of love. And here with our little morning practice offering, whatever this is, I'm here with you to remind you just how amazing you are and how spectacular your heart is, and help you connect in that in any way that I can. So let's drop into our morning meditation, feeling into our heart light as we do the Jyoti and the light inside the heart that lives inside of your heart, that lives inside of my heart. We each have the Jyoti. They say brighter than 10,000 suns. And yeah, let's just find that feeling of deep warmth inside ourselves. So letting your eyes come to close, finding yourself in an appropriate sitting position to meditate. That can be on support, that can be in a chair, whatever is comfortable for you this morning. And really just as you find your seat, and if possible with a spine that is upward of its own, of its own strength. I mean, you could, if it's too much, do sit in a chair and feel the support of the chair holding your spine up. But otherwise, just letting your focus settle around your tailbone and just work its way up along the spine, along the back of the neck, into the skull. And your just awareness is here with your spine, and right at the base of your spine, where your tailbone is, your sit bones. How do they feel connected to the floor, to the ground, to the sitting posture? You can imagine there's like a deep root going deep into the earth, emanating from your tailbone, and just deep, deep into the soil, the quiet coolness of earth, of soil underneath you. Imagine that energetic root just feeling all of the absorption of the nutrients of the cool darkness, rich soil, cool, full of good energy, grounding energy, full of the electromagnetic, geomagnetic energy of this planet that you're deep, deep taproot from the tip of your tail is really imbibing this enormous frequency of grounding, grounding into the earth, grounding into the soil. You are an expression of energy on this planet, and this deep root imbibes and absorbs all the nutrients, all the frequency to keep you in a solid manifestation here. If you would like to bring your hands to a position of reverence for yourself this morning, whether that's a prayer position, Anjali Mudra, holding the heart space, having the palms face up on the legs, offering, or having the palms face down on the legs, receiving. Just allow yourself to really hold space for yourself. Feeling the heart space, feeling the root, feeling how that deep grounded rootedness into the planet supports the heart. You may feel the energy from the heart to the hands, from the hands to the heart. Magnified, resonant field of energy activation. Just letting yourself settle in the center of your heart, lit by that fire, that light in you, so bright. And let yourself fill with your light, breathing in through the heart as if that expands and inflates the light in waves. Each inhale, the light growing deeper, brighter, filling the whole body space, filling every single part of your body, your ankles, your earlobes, the tips of your fingers, the tips of your nose, each eyelash, each lip, the neck, the jaw, all filled with the bright light of your heart. And you may feel your light continue to expand beyond the periphery of your body into your auric field. You are a diamond of brilliance, the light emanating from you, the luminescence. And your lights can reach out across the planet in all directions, in any directions. And if there is anybody or any place or a situation in the world that you would like to dedicate your incredible heart light to, you can bring that into focus now. And we'll just take a few moments in silence, silent meditation, feeling the heart space, feeling the light, feeling our expansiveness from the center of our heart. Begin to extend and deepen the inhale and exhale, keeping that sense of deep grounding through the tailbone, through the taproot. Feel the inhale fill you, feel the exhale leave you. And then we'll take a nice opening Om together. So inhaling deeply. You can let your hands fall into your lap and gently open your eyes. Let's see if the music works today. I hope so. The way I have it set up is it's hard to tell, but we'll see. So let's do a little bit of just really centered box breathing. So that would be inhaling for a count of 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for a count of 4. This is really just to get our breathing nice and even as we begin the practice today. So we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold, inhaling, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Take about 5 or 6 more rounds on your own. You can play with the length of the inhale and exhale and hold. Allow yourself to explore that space between the inhale and exhale, to really dwell in that. Notice how the body can relax around breathing. And slightly increase your inhale. You can slightly increase the count of your exhale. If anything, make the exhale a little longer than the inhale. We do these pranayama breathwork exercises to bring our attention and focus to our breath. And that not only takes our focus from our mind to our body, but sort of also is a sort of natural calming system for the nervous system. Slowing the breath down, really bringing the focus there, allowing the breath to fill you, to let your awareness really be in tandem with your breathing, will send the entire body a signal on through the nervous system that very calming to the whole body. So if you're experiencing anxiety or notice that you get very distracted during the day and there's a lot of things going on, if you have 5 minutes to just bring yourself into awareness with your breath, a simple 4-count box breathing can be very helpful. So we'll head over to the mat to begin our practice. Having blocks is useful. Blankets to support under the knee if you want them. But we'll head over there and do our gratitude work. So when we get to the mat, we're gonna sit. Actually, we're gonna stretch our legs out because we've been sitting for a while. So let's just wave our feet at each other. Hello. Feet waving. And you can just massage the legs a little bit. And then maybe bring the feet in once you've just stretched your legs a little. We'll place block support underneath your spine if you want it. Otherwise, just finding a comfortable seat and just letting yourself re-find the length in the spine, maybe just curling the chin in a little bit to feel the length along the back of the neck. Raising the head, curling the chin in. We'll just take 3 of these just to notice how the neck is this morning. And then curling in. And releasing. Reaching our arms overhead with an inhale. You're going to bring your hands to prayer, and your prayer is going to come to your heart. And in this position of offering and gratitude, we give gratitude for this physical body, this incredible life force, this instrument of consciousness through which we navigate our experience as a soul, the physical vessel of our being. So much gratitude for all of the sensations, all of the pleasure, all of the receptivity, all of the intelligence that we receive through this incredible body. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then reaching our arms overhead, hands come to prayer, prayer comes to heart, offering love and gratitude for every single person on this planet, each and every soul, every being, each one of you, each one of your unique gifts. Thank you for being you. Thank you for contributing to this world. Thank you. And then reaching our arms overhead, hands come to prayer, prayer comes to heart, just offering love and gratitude for the planet, for this incredible larger instrument of consciousness by which we are supported by and that we live on. Just very, very grateful and just really, it's a wonderful thing to be embodied on this planet, and every day of sentience in navigating nature and the trees is a gift. So thank you. I'm actually going to do something unusual here and check the music because I feel called to check the music. It looks to me like it's not playing, so let's see. Oh, maybe it is playing. Well, we'll find out later, but yes, you're seeing the sort of nuts and bolts behind the scenes of my method here. Okay. So let's just find a comfortable standing position on our mat. If you have socks on, this is a good time to remove them. And we'll just stand with your feet about hip width apart and your hands on your hips. We'll just face each other here. And we're just going to take some rolls of the hips to the right, or to the left rather. There we go. And then roll to the right. And we'll take some shoulder rolls, just rolling the shoulder girdle back. Feeling the extent of movement around the shoulder sockets. And then we'll take those shoulder rolls forward. Maybe just nod the head left to right a little bit. Maybe take very small circles with the head. Let the head slowly circle to the left. Not the fullest range of motion, but just get some movement in the neck, and then take the same small circles to the right. And then from here, we're going to reach our arms out either side and just find a clasp behind your back. Again, keeping the feet about hip width apart, and let your clasped hands behind your back come away from the body. So you're reaching your hands away from your body. And then feel as your fists press down, the uplift of the chest, looking up. You're looking up as your hands are pressed down, and then coming down to a neutral spine, letting that grip go. We will reach our arms overhead, come into a forward fold, and just let the body rest for a moment in forward fold. Feeling the torso draping on the legs. On your next inhale, you're going to reach the spine forward, and you're going to step the right foot back, and the right knee is going to come down onto the mat. You're going to allow yourself to sink into your hips a little bit here, maybe supporting some of your weight with your hands, as well as letting the weight drape into the front of your right hip and into your left foot. And then pressing into the feet, we'll lift into a low lunge, raising the arms, raising the chest. Feeling the pressing into the earth as you reach into the sky. The hands can come down and frame the front foot. Straighten that front leg. Maybe roll a little bit on the heel. And then rebending the leg, we'll step back to a plank. From plank, let your knees come down, let your chest come down, let your head come down. Your body is fully on the mat, pressing our hands underneath our shoulders. Just take a very baby cobra, lifting the heart space forward. Very small back bend. Coming back, pressing up back to hands and knees, back to downward dog. Very briefly here, just a little treading out and bringing the right foot forward, the left knee comes down. And again, just allow yourself to sink into your hips here, almost taking some of the weight of your body in your hands, letting the front hip flexor open. as you let your weight fall in. And then pressing more into that front foot, reaching the arms overhead, pressing down to reach up into your low lunge. And then hands come down and frame the foot. You may move that back leg back a little bit and just straighten the front leg. Again, rolling on the heel. Very gentle, gently opening up the legs this morning. Bending back into that front foot. Stepping back to a downward dog, bending the knees, looking forward, and stepping to the top of your mat. Your torso drapes on the body. And then inhale, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to standing. And exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. We'll inhale, lift. Reaching to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the spine forward, crown presses forward. Exhale, left foot will step back, left knee will come down, pressing right up into your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Arms come down to frame the foot and straighten into the front leg. Here, really feel as if you're drawing that front hip back in space. Then as you inhale, you're going to reach through the length of your spine, nice straight spine, and then exhale, fold over the leg. You can use blocks here under your hands if it's a little, helps you get more length in the spine. And exhale. Inhale, reaching the spine forward. Exhale. We'll rebend that knee, step back to a plank. Knees come down, chest comes down, head comes down. Hands stay under shoulders. Take a little baby cobra as you inhale. And then exhale. Back to a very gentle downward dog. Maybe treading out the feet for a moment. Lifting the hips, lifting the left leg, sorry. Left foot comes forward. Back knee comes down. Just letting yourself sink here for a moment and then up into your Anjaneyasana. Reaching, arms up, pressing into that front foot. And then putting arms down either side of the foot, hands down. You can move the back leg back and then straightening that front leg. Again, really imagining there's a hand in that front hip, taking the hip backward in space, feeling the length of the leg. And then inhale, reach into the spine. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, reach into the spine. Exhale, fold over the leg. Inhale, reach into the spine. Exhale, fold over the leg. You're going to rebend that front knee, placing your hands just in front of your foot and bring your back leg to meet the front foot. Bending over, allowing yourself a moment in the forward fold, maybe moving the hips from side to side, shaking the head, nodding the head. So allow yourself a little movement here if you want to flutter your lips. Anything that feels like you just let go. And then we'll inhale, extend the spine forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way to stand. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. And then inhale, reaching up. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, reaching the spine forward. Exhale, we're going to step the right foot back, but keep the right leg lifted. We'll just be in a runner's lunge here. Reaching the heart space forward. Pressing that right foot back in space. And then what we'll do is we'll come up into a high lunge. So pressing into both feet, reaching the hands up, and just feeling that length again. Really kicking into that back leg is what gives you so much stability into this pose. Energize through the back leg. And then we're just going to let the right hand drop behind the head. You can use your left hand, grab that right elbow, and just give yourself a slight side bend here in the lunge. If you'd like to take it all the way around into the bind, you can find your bind. And again, just slight side bend to the left. It's really feeling that length. And let that go. You can straighten out, keeping the bind. Actually, let's not do that. I'm going to bend into the front knee, come back to my runner's lunge, and spin my back heel down, lengthening into the spine, parallel to the ground, and then folding over the front leg. Allowing yourself to just really feel that fold. Rebending that front knee, hands pressed down. You're going to step back into a downward dog, come forward to plank, come down to the ground. Inhale, taking an upward bend. Exhale, back down, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right foot comes up and the right foot comes forward. And we're going to just find a runner's lunge here for a moment. So pressing the heart space through the shoulder girdle, kicking back into the left heel, then pressing into both our feet, coming up, reaching the hands up into our high lunge. Again, really activating the back leg is what gives you stability in this pose. Bending into that front knee, feeling the strength of your lower legs supporting your upper body. And you're just going to let your left hand fall behind your head. You can take your right hand on your left elbow and just lean the whole body to the right side here. If you want to take the hand all the way around and find the clasp, you can. My body doesn't do that on this side, so I'm just gonna continue to hold the elbow and reach. And you can reach back up, letting the hands come down, spinning the back leg down, reaching the heart forward, straightening the spine, and folding over the front leg. I'm going to rebend that knee and then step your back foot forward to meet the front foot, letting the body drape. And inhaling, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, all the way up to the top. Hands come to prayer. Prayer comes to the heart. And we'll step out. 5-pointed star. Let's just start with a forward fold here. Wide leg, Prasarita Padottanasana. So our hands will just come to our hips. And then your inhale again and just feel the spine reach. If you like, you can, again, take that clasp behind you and let the clasp come away from the body as you raise your heart center up. And then feeling all that length, let the heart center lead you forward into your forward fold as you come down to the ground, using the arms to press away from the body, finding more length in the spine. After a bit here, you can just let your arms fall anywhere that is comfortable for you. Letting yourself just be in this forward fold. And now we'll find some length in the spine. You bring your heels in, bring your toes in. Heels and toes, heels and toes. And you go into your Malasana squat from here. And just take us for a few moments. And then you can roll out of that. You're going to bring your right leg underneath you with your left leg over top, and just hold your knee in for a moment here. I'm pausing because I'm hoping that I'm getting the arm position right, but I am going to take our left hand and bring it again behind the head, using the right hand to hold that elbow in. And then you can almost take a slight bend towards the right. If you want, you can reach out that right hand, bring it behind you, and take the clasp on the side. And again, feeling the body tilt towards the right to really feel that right side open up. And we come back to a neutral spine, release the bind, reaching again into the left hand, bringing the left hand behind you. You can hold the knee in here. You can hook the elbow. Find a position that feels comfortable for you. Play with your hat if you're Olivia. Allow the gaze to come back to the front, staying in the twist. Release the twist, pressing into the hands. And you can press into the hands and feet, taking a semicircle behind you. And that will bring you down on the other side with your right leg underneath. No, your left leg underneath and your right leg over top. And then just holding that in. And then on this side, we reach up the right arm, let the right hand fall behind the head. And you can just grab that elbow and lean towards the left, or take the bind, leaning towards the left. I'm just gonna hold on to my elbow on this side. Oh, it's, always interesting how different sides of the body have different expressions. And I had a shoulder injury last year that during the time of injury was more prevalent than it is now, but its sort of signature that's kind of left in my body is a limited capacity of movement that I have not yet resolved. But bodies are very interesting, and they are full of information, and there's a lot for me there to explore still. So reaching the right hand up, you're going to bring that behind you. You can hold the right knee in with the left arm, or hook the elbow, letting the spine lengthen in your twist and feeling the twist. Allowing the gaze back. Release. Take just a bend to the other side. And then we'll bring our legs out to a straddle position, allowing the pelvic bowl to drop forward. And just rocking a little bit, just feeling the pull of the bowl, and maybe take some circles to the left and allow the hands to follow this line of movement. Allow yourself to just be a little bit flowy and free as your torso circles to the left and your arms are an extension of that energy. And then you're going to take the same circles with your torso in the direction to the right. Again, letting the hands really be an expression of the quality of your movement. And then gathering all of that energy overhead, and bring it in and focus that energy through the hands to the heart space. Allow yourself to really feel the quality of the movement energy enter your heart. And just feel the expansion of the heart space from the movement energy that you just imbued, embodied. And again, feeling the sit bones really rooted into the ground, the tailbone deeply rooted into the earth. As you hold the expansion of your heart here. And then we're just going to take a forward fold together. So letting the hands, either your hands can come behind you and you can find length. And stay here, just focusing on the heart space. Or let your hands begin to walk forward in front of you, having support for underneath your head. Can feel really good, just so that you can allow the body to relax forward in a completely surrendered position of letting go into the ground beneath you. Feeling the weight of the body in contact with the floor, letting any noise, any thoughts just be carried out of the center of your forehead through your third eye, deep into the earth like a silver stream of light, just passing through the third eye and disappearing into the earth, emptying the mind, emptying the thought space. And we'll press into our hands, just extending the spine forward, and slowly walk up to a seat, bringing the hands underneath the knees. Hands and feet come together. We'll take a little Baddha Konasana forward fold here. So as your feet open, like a book, you can use your hands to curl under. It can be useful to put blocks underneath your feet. I'll demonstrate. Air in the mouth. If your knees are very uncomfortably up, it can feel really nice to put blocks underneath and relax in. That can also be done with blankets. Anything that feels good, but allowing the knees to open and drop. Nice butterfly position, opening the feet. And really, let's just begin by rolling forward on the pelvis. And then while coming forward, your elbows can come onto your legs and press down. This So first, let's just keep the spine straight. If we were like growing our spine from our tailbone, almost as if we're trying to push the heart forward. Feeling that heart center pushing through. And when you get to a place where you feel your heart has grown to its fullest extent, and its flowers blossoming forward, let your whole spine just curl around. You can curl in, feeling the upper thoracic spine curl, and then into the neck, the cervical spine. Curling, curling, curling. Just a nice little stretch here for your spine. And you can just roll up. Roll onto our back. Knees will be facing the ceiling, feet are about hip width apart. But first, let's just feel our pelvic bowl releasing into the earth, feeling the shoulders into the earth. And then slowly pressing into the feet, begin to curl the tailbone upward and come into a very low bridge, just curling each vertebrae up to the shoulder girdle, pressing into the feet, and then just holding here. And then coming back down. And holding here. And you may even want to align it with that box breath. So we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling, hold, exhaling, hold. Take that twice more on your own. One more cycle through, inhaling. And exhaling. You're going to let both knees fall to the left. You can take your left ankle on top of your right knee, and then just extending the right arm out. You can let the gaze go out over the right hand. If you want, you can place a hand on the body and rub your belly. That feels good and nurturing. You can unhook your legs, let the knees come back up, pointing upwards. Let the knees fall to the right. The right ankle can hook on top of the left knee. Left arm extends. And gaze just comes out over the left arm. How does your heart feel? I've done different things to bring awareness and energy there this morning. There an increase, an expansion, a warmth there. Notice making the legs, letting the knees come up, bringing the knees in and just taking a few rolls on your sacrum to the right. And then taking a few rolls on the sacrum to the left. And then bringing all of your body in, your forehead towards your knees. And then resting. Extending each leg. Extending each hand either side of the hip. Letting everything just melt into the ground in resting posture. If there's any tension in the jaw, any tension in the shoulder girdle, pelvic bowl, just release any tension. Beginning to feel the movement of air across the body. As you feel movement awaken, notice the energy throughout the body. Notice that activation that propels us towards movement. And imagine you could focus that activation that propels us toward movement in the heart space. And that is the courage and the energy and the awareness to move forward, aligned with our intention, with the world and the love and the energy that we want to give. Allowing yourself to feel the movement come into the body, feel that momentum in the heart space, and gently make your way to a seat with your eyes closed, softly focused. Just find that seat, find that feeling of momentum, as courage, as love, as light, really emanating from the center of your heart. Breathing deeply into the heart space, and take 3 ohms to close. So inhaling together, and let these ohms fill your heart. Prabhu Jago, Paramatma Jago, Nirsarve Jago, Sarvatra Jago, Sukanta Pakel, Prakash Kalu. May the most divine, blissful, love-like consciousness wake up in my heart. in the heart, in the hearts of all beings everywhere. May it happen as soon as can and bring us suffering, an end to suffering of all. Fill your heart, feel your heart, fill and feel your heart. If you want homework after this meeting, go and listen to David Bowie's Fill Your Heart. And thank you always to Liam Aziz when we say, the power of your heart is the heart of your power. Thank you for practicing with me today. It's always an honor and a pleasure. Just continue to enjoy these vernal equinox energies. Tomorrow we'll start to talk about the eclipse on Monday because it happens a little bit before our Monday class, though our Monday class will be focused on the eclipse. Practice, not class, right? It's always a practice. It's never a teaching class. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Fill your heart, feel your heart, fill your heart, feel your heart. And just take good care of yourself. Take good care of all of those around you. Much love. See you soon.